Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Boxing with Titi. Before we get started, I want to say thank you to my viewers, thank you to my subscribers, thank you for supporting me, and I hope you guys had a beautiful weekend, a beautiful day. And I'm gonna just start saying this right here. Stay prayed up, okay? So let's get into this new video today. As y'all can see, y'all see the green, okay? Do you see how the green has emerged? And this is what I was saying to y'all in the last video, right? I thought that I was going to like the black and the orange, but I don't like it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lighten the black up just a little bit. I don't think I'm going to go all the way full blonde in the front. I think I might just do like a brown, leaving it for the brown. But the green is definitely in the building, so I'm going to go over my blondes. I'm going to leave my orange alone. I'm not going to bother my oranges at all. I'm not even going to bother my orange in the front. I'm just going to focus basically on the blonde and the black. Okay, so yeah, and also I want to get into the Dear Mama. I hope you guys had watched it, and for you guys that did watch it, I hope that y'all had went and I hope that y'all watched Panther, because it's super important to understand um, the background that is connected with Dear Mama and Panther. Okay, so I might get in trouble for this, but whatever, whatever. Okay, so if you don't know, okay, the Black Panther movement plus other things
Black
Black
organizations and
organizations
Nation
and
of
Nation of
Islam.
Islam, and from what I was heard, gangbanging, all really originated because of the protection that they needed from racial police. Okay, so we're not talking about 1999. We're not talking about the 80s. We're not even talking about the 70s. We are talking about the 60s. Okay, and it wasn't even like the. I'm sorry, y'all. This bleach. You bleach your hair, you know I'm making these pieces. Okay, but okay. The assassination of Mr. Malcolm X and Mr. Martin Luther King set African American black folk on fire. Enough was enough, and it was time for us to pull together and do something to protect our own people, our dignity, and yeah. So the Black Panther, the power to the people, okay, came right along, all right? And just you have to watch Panther first to understand it. I watched it when I was like 7 years old. My dad was real slick. My dad used to sit us down and tell us to watch a movie. And he wouldn't give us details on what was happening in the movie, nothing like that. He'll just be like, sit down and watch this movie with me. And by the time we finished watching the movie, we'd be glued in like this. Because we didn't understand what was going on, not knowing that it was history that was being taught to us, but it was just like, oh snap, like this is what you went through, because my dad was born in 1960, my mom was born in 68, and then our grandparents and things like that. So a lot of things that went on before we was even thought about, my dad was just educating us, and we didn't even understand what was really going on. Pause. This is mixed, and so let before we let the games begin, always oil your hair. Always oil. You don't want to be looking like little Tina Turner, and what's luck got to do with it? Her hair fall out all up in the sink, okay? Because the perm was left in for a long time. We're not doing that right there. So yeah, but it was just a lot of things going on with the way that the Panthers was portrayed was ridiculous. It was very ridiculous. And this all goes back to Dear Mama, all because Tupac mom was one of the women that experienced hell. She experienced hell. Yes, she did. She experienced hell. So when we get into the Black Panther, so when we get into the movie, season episode 3, It goes back to where they pick up at. And in this one right here, they're really just touching on the troubles that Mr. Shakur was getting into, and then also the troubles that mom was getting into as well. Okay. And as he is on I thought that when I watched part two, I thought that they was going to talk about why he was so angry. Well, part three kind of covers why he was so angry, but all the legal trouble that he was getting into was ridiculous. They also showcase, I should say, that the same courthouse that his mom won her case in was the same courthouse that he actually had to go to when he got charged for the SA, the SA alleged SA case. Okay, so I believe I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. But when I first heard about that, I remember I was a little girl when I heard about it, okay? And I've never grown up to have idols. Like my idols, my role models was my mom, my grandmother, and my dad. Those who I looked at as superstars, all right? I'm just going to be honest with you. It was never no one where I was like, I want to be just like her. It wasn't no celebrities. It was my parents and my grandmama, okay? Just keep it above. Okay. So when they went and they tried, when they said what they said about Mr. Shakur as saying somebody at a young age, I always felt to me that something didn't seem right. Okay. And they do talk about this. All right. They talk about him getting shot. They talk about why he basically had paranoia. It was really, 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 really bad too. It was real bad paranoia that he was experiencing. I guess after being shot multiple times, you will have paranoia too. After the cops beat you up and try to leave you for DAD, you'll have paranoia too. Okay? Then you got someone walking around here saying that USA dumb. Yeah, all that will lead to paranoia, okay? Yes, the money is rolling in, the girls is rolling in, moms is good, but and then he turns around and he gets shot because he has no money, okay? He has no money because the courts, the court, all the legal process that's going on is messing up his pockets. Yeah, it's hurting the man pockets. The man not broke, but he's hungry because once again, all of his money, not all of his money, but the money that you know, he indulged in, a lot of that stuff went to lawyers and the stuff that he had to take care of behind closed doors that people didn't know about. Well, people didn't know about. So in Dear Mama, they showcased pretty much almost every time he got in trouble. And it wasn't never um, him shooting at the police, him shooting a police officer, him defending somebody, and then it goes to this SA. Okay, and in the midst of him being charged with this SA, this is when he gets an offer. He feels as though he can't refuse because he feels as though it'll put some more money into his pocket. He gets a phone call stating, "Hey, I got my little homie need to get on the song, okay? And he wants you to get on the song." And he is like, "Okay, cool. I need the bread, so I'm going to go." And when he shows up, they don't even do the dang on song. I guess Mr. Pop must have wired old boy the money, or whatever the case may be. I'm not sure. But as soon as he stepped inside the dang on studio, he is shot multiple times. He is shot twice in the head. He is shot in the leg, in the thigh. He is just shot all over him, all over the place. Another person probably wouldn't have made it, but Pac did make it. So now let's go to Mrs. Shakur. Mrs. Shakur states that she did not have a womb that was available to hold babies up to three. I believe she said three. The third part of her birth. After the 3 months, her babies will pass away. She was locked up with Mr. Tupac. Mr. Tupac. She was locked up with Thug Life. Okay, she was locked up with him, and she claimed that as she got smaller, he grew bigger. So he grew to be healthy. And she knew right there and then that he was going to be, that he was sent from the gods. Okay. She knew right there and then that her baby was going to be what he was going to be. Okay. So she understands exactly what she has going on with her and the harsh reality that she had to deal with. So after she had her son, she also has to go to court for everything that they said that they was being charged for. She is left on hiatus. She doesn't understand what's going on. The other party knows what's going on. The other members, they understand what's going on, but she doesn't know. She's totally unaware of what they about to do, which is leave. So she goes to court, and sis said that as they appeared in court, sis Athene, she said something was wrong because no one was there to be in her corner. And as she goes to the corner, goes and no, I'm not a lawyer, but I have been studying. She did her homework. Okay. She defended herself. Make a long story short, okay, Mama defends herself, and they come to find out that one of the men that was training the young men, the other members, was an undercover FBI agent. He is uncovered, uncovered. Okay, that had to destroy her, but it was some way, I don't know how they leaked it back then, but some way, somehow, it got leaked out. Okay, it got leaked out, and when it got leaked out, um, everything made sense on why did everything seem like it was so violent and so what they wanted you to think. And that's not how the Panthers moved. The Panthers was here to defend Black folks from any type of cruelty. They was here to give back to their community in all states, because it wasn't just in Cleveland and Ohio and Oakland. It was all over, okay? So it didn't make sense on why it was being that way, okay? So let's go back to Tupac. So mom is defending herself in court, and they found out, the bomb drop is that, yes, it's a member that is in the Black Panther Party who has been training the young members, or the other members, on how to do so many things that I cannot say. Not no essays and nothing like that, but erders and let's just say defending himself. Okay, so let's go back to Pac. Pac is Pac is getting in trouble constantly because he is also defending other people. On this SA night, he stated that he protected her. He said he never did anything to her. He only wished that he protected her. And so for him to turn around and get shot previously in the midst of him going to court like this, he felt like it was a setup. Which, how can you blame him? The only reason why, which was stated, which I gathered, was that he went after Big was because Big was upstairs. How did you not hear, or how did you not know what was going on? It was stated that allegedly, this is all, some of these things is alleged, but a lot of this stuff is inside the movie, so don't take it out on me. Take it out on the dear mama cat. It is alleged that Puffy was there and just looked. Didn't go and ask him, hey, what's wrong? Is you okay? Is you all right? This is not Pac's first time in New York. Pac is from New York. Pac lived in New York. This is not his first time in New York. They knew, I don't know if they knew, but I believe that Pac knew that they knew that he was going to be there. Okay? I believe that he felt deep down in his heart that they knew he was going to be there. And for you to just be over there in the sideline looking at me and not even coming over here to say what's up to me or see what the fuck is going on with me, I think you and your team set me up. Okay. Now, in the midst of the same officer that came to the SA to question him about the SA assault, is there when he gets pow. Okay, so now he's in the hospital and he is bugging out. He can't sleep and he does not feel comfortable. He sees a figure standing over him and he don't know what the heck is going on. He takes his belongings and he books it out of the hospital. He's not supposed to leave the hospital because he's been shot in his head twice. Also, on top of that, in other places as well. He is not supposed to leave, but he feels so uncomfortable. He is so paranoid. I gotta get the fuck out of here. Like right now. Well, it states that the person that came to see him, this dark figure that was there, was his biological dad. The same biological dad that he was told and that was told that he was no longer here has emerged to where he was at. Dad shows up and shows that, hey, I'm sorry for not being there all that time, but I'm here now. And I don't know if they establish a relationship, but I guess they establish understanding. Okay, Pac's dad is very handsome. Okay, Miss Shakur had a type. Okay, she had a type, but this is when um not Hail Mary, not Hail Mary, but in the midst of he's like, I couldn't rest until I got Thug Life tatted on my chest. That I can't think of the title of that name, but that song is this is the song that they play as he's speaking about him not being able to get no sleep, him having visions of being dead in the hearse because he's paranoid. It's not the marijuana. It's not the ego. It's him being paranoid. Now, when they say that he took on his persona switched up, his personal persona switched up once he played the role of the movie Above the Rim. When he plays Bernie, he locked in with the person, the real person, and then he locked in with the character. And this is why actors have to be very, very careful when they're portraying a role of someone else. Because of, if you're going to act, you're going to do you're going to go all the way in. Like the great actresses, they make you feel that that person is that person. This is why Angela Bassett and Halle Berry is my favorite two women actress, because they make you feel any person Miss Angela Bassett plays. I'm like, that's her. Yes, I know that's Angela Bassett, but whoever she's playing, that's her at that moment. You have to be ready. And this is why some of the actors and some of the actresses stated that I had to go to therapy after I did this movie right here because this movie did da 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 da. Pop took on the role of Bernie to a whole nother rock and roll level. Okay, so let's go back to our theme, Mrs. Shakur. Mrs. Shakur is once again, she has found out that one of her members is actually an informant, okay? And now she has flipped it on his behind. Okay. The roles has returned because so was you an officer or was you a panther when you was showing people how to do XYZ? No comment. Was you a panther or was you a cop when you was doing da 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 da? He has nothing to say. The people in the back, because once again, some of her team, some of her team did show up. Okay, not all of the team showed up, but some of her team did show up, and this is getting browned. Yes, it is. Okay, so some of her team shows up, and of course, some of them show up to support her, and as she is asking him, so now she is putting him on trial because she is trying to find out, well, which one is you? Is you an officer or is you with the Panthers? Because you was doing a lot of crooked, Mr. Officer. Honey, that woman walked up out of there, scot goddamn going free. Okay? She walked out of there, scot dang going free. What a coincidence. Years later, I'm not sure how long later, but years later, her son is in that same courthouse. You don't think that they don't want revenge? Mind you, he got off on powering the officers because it was self-defense. He got off on a lot of the charges that he had on him previously. Oh, but with this essay, no, no. I feel deep down in my heart that I feel like they made, we couldn't get your mother, so we getting you. That's just how I feel. That's just what I think. I don't take nothing from the lady who allegedly said that she was essayed by Pop, but I always felt in my heart from the time that America first heard about this, I understood what SA meant. I don't know how I understood it, but I understood it, what it meant. When I first heard about it, I didn't feel right about it. As a grown woman right now, I don't feel right about it. I feel like it was it was it was a guilty by association type of thing, okay? They turn around and they give him all of this time because once again, I feel like they had to be led an example. And him and his mother his mother writes a letter when she was going through her trial, okay? And then speaks to the judge. They are the same freaking people. They just worded what they said in different terms. That's it. That's all. Basically, she states, Mrs. Shakur states, I know you don't, I can't remember it word from word from word, but it's basically her stating that I know you really don't care about us, but this is not how we move type of thing. I know you're not going to cut me no legacy or whatever the case may be. It's cool though, because I'm going to be good. Basically, Pac says dang near the same thing going to sum it all up. I know, but his thing was, you haven't looked at me and my team the first time since the first time we came in here. So I know you don't rock with me, but it's cool though. Basically is what he was saying. It's cool because you can't judge me, only God can. Once again, this goes back to what I was saying about part one and part two. Everything that this man went through, he put into his songs. This is why you had only God can judge me. Because he felt as though, okay, so it was a lot of words stating that Pac was disrespectful to his women, da 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 da. Have to remember, he has never, mind you, this is the time where allegedly he slept with Madonna, allegedly. This is when she was not a virgin. This was after a virgin came out. Okay. All right. Okay. Pac they say, the streets are saying that Pac smashed dang near every woman in dang on industry. Okay. And let's not even talk about the females outside of the industry. Okay. He loved black women. He might have came off as, this is what he is saying in the documentary. Okay, he might come off as a a pig. Okay, he's guilty for that. But as far as doing what was allegedly said that he did not do that. He left her and he wished that he would have stayed woke the entire time. That's the only thing that he did wrong, was that he fell asleep. This is his words, not mine. Don't come to me, come to take it to him because he said it. And you can't even take it to him because I don't know if he DEA or if he in wherever they say that he at. I don't know. Okay? So let's check on these colors real quick, y'all. Because I don't think I want blonde, and this could come out. These can come out. This can come out. So some of these could definitely come out. Yeah, some of these could definitely come out. The blonde though, that's staying in. Because ain't nobody playing with this green. Okay? Ain't nobody playing with this dang on green. So some of these could definitely come out. And yeah. So, because I ain't got time. I ain't got time for this green. Just disrespectful. I ain't do nothing to it. So I'm about to dump my head in here real quick. And I will be back. Well, don't go nowhere because I'm not even leaving for real nighttime. I'm just going to dump my head and just splash this out my hair. But the rest of this stuff right here can stay in. So give me a minute, y'all. Okay. So So while y'all wait for me washing this stuff out my hair, I meant to say, first of all, let me say I apologize. It's the Nation of Islam. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love y'all. And they been trying to give his mother 25 years. So that's why I'm thinking like they tried to get him back because they couldn't get his mother back. But let's get back into this video, y'all, and let's pray for this green to come out my dang on head, cause baby, I. Okay, y'all. So I have washed out the bleach. I'm not going to recolor it. However, it is just how it is. Okay. But I I feel and I hope that the green is gone. Okay. And I'm sorry if I got a little passionate about. No, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry about being passionate about what was going on then and the same thing that's happening now. I will say that if Pac was involved with that, that is horrible. Like that is terrible. But I have not heard no one else say anything like that about him ever after that. That was the first and the only time. But if he did do that, Pac was dead as wrong for that, and you know better than that, because you know they was throwing it at you like that. You know you was that nigga. No, you was that nigga. You ain't got to take nothing from nobody. Yes or no. If he did it, then he was dead ass wrong for it. Okay? But we want to see. But that is basically what's basically taking place in part 3. Is just basically going through everything, all the legal things that he was going through. I'm not sure what for is going for next. It does air every Saturday on Hulu. We only got 2 more left, y'all. Okay, so in the midst of this, I think that I think that I am going to do, because okay, for my boxes, right? I told y'all the green is still here, but it's not that bad. Okay. I told y'all I do not remember what year I left off at. I told y'all I forgot where my list was at, y'all, and I'm not redoing it all over again. Okay. What I will do though for the boxing, I'm still gonna dip and dodge with a little bit of here and there, okay? But with the boxing thing, what I think that I will do is I'm going to start with my hometown first. I'm going to start with Jersey. New Jersey. I'm starting with Jersey. I'm going to try to find 10 boxes or 5 to 10 boxes, and I will do a story based on them, whether old or young. I will not redo the people that I already did previously. It will be people that I have not done. I still will include Mr. Mike Tyson. I still will speak about Mr. Holyfield. I will still talk about the greats, okay? The greats definitely have to come inside of play. But I will go around and I will talk about, I might do the ones who made it like to the top notch, like the Mikes and the Holyfields and the Frasers and the George Foreman. I might talk about them, and then I'm going to talk about them, and I'm going to include them inside the 10. Okay, so I'm going to go to the cities that I could find that has at least 10 fighters, okay? And I will speak about them, and I will do a background story on them, and that'll be like that. So this is the final, what's this in my head? This is the final project. It's wet. I still see green, but it's not as green as it was. It looks a little bit, oh gosh, no, that's black. That's the black that's underneath. That's my natural, because that's my natural color. So I'm not tripping on that. If anything, I will probably get some hair dye. But I think I might just leave it alone. I just didn't want that green. Like, and then that black was kinda like I wasn't kinda feeling. Y'all see that pastel color right there? So that was given that maybe all of them colors is pastel now and not the blonde, which I'm not going back in. Okay. I will wait. I'm not going to leave it like this, y'all. I'm not. Even I will try, but I know me. I'm not going to leave it like this. So I'm not going to do it today. Excuse me. I'm not going to do it today. I'm not going to do it tomorrow. I don't like to bleach my hair multiple times in one day. and I don't like the like keep doing it like multiple. Like I don't know how people could just wash their hair out and then turn around and throw bleach right back in their hair. I can't do that. Or keep I can't do that. So we're gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to rock this out for the next 2 weeks. But I do like the way that this came out up top. It's not too bright for me. It's actually I want it brown, but it's okay. I like to oil my hair when it's wet because gets my hair dries really freaking fast when it's wet. It doesn't really take a long time. But so I like to do it while it's wet. And I can part it down a little bit more easier when it's wet and nothing is entertaining interlocking with each other. So that's why I like doing it when it's wet. And then I'm still going to turn around and probably redo it, re-oil it again because my hair eats up oil like crazy. So I'm not going to hold y'all no more longer. I hope you enjoyed my input on the review of three. And yeah, I will see y'all real soon again. Have yourself a good day. The weekend is coming up. Don't get into no gangster ish. Don't get into no trouble. And I will see you when I see you. Peace out.